Hey everyone, how's it going? Alex Javaris here. In this video I want to talk about how long it takes to learn to paint. I'm making this video to address something I've often seen in the decade or so I've been teaching, which is all the people that give up within the first year. Learning to paint from life properly, and by that I mean being able to achieve a lifelike representation of what you see, is probably one of the hardest activities you could choose to do. And just like, say, learning to play a musical instrument really well or mastering a technical sport like gymnastics, it takes a lot of practice and progress is slow. When you fail to make progress as quickly as you think you should, it's very easy to decide that you're not good enough and give up. So for this video, I thought I'd show you a selection of my work from across the years so you could see how long it took me to learn to paint. This is the first portrait I ever did using oil paint, all the way back in 2004. We're always led to believe that someone who is good at something must have talent. But how much of my talent is evident from this masterpiece? Hopefully you can see that my work was in no way special, so if I can do it, anyone can do it. This next one is from 2006. When I did this, I'd started going to evening classes with a teacher who introduced me to the methods used to train representational artists up until the start of the 20th century. When I discovered this type of training, I thought I'd be able to paint like Sargent after about a year, but I soon realised I would need a lot more practice. This next painting is from 2008, after I had started working part-time and had been training 3 days a week for 2 years. As you can see, all that extra practice has started to pay off and I've come on a bit since the last one. Just like if you wanted to get in shape, you'd more than likely exercise more than once a week. With painting, the more you practice, the better you'll get. These next couple are from 2009 to 2011. I was getting more confident putting down paint and my work is starting to look more painterly. During this period, my approach was still very similar to that of my teacher, the British portrait painter Nick Bashall. I was very lucky to be able to watch what he did very closely, which was to start by massing in the main shadows with a transparent dark, then boldly put down individual paint strokes for each of the different planes in the light areas. What is sometimes referred to in painting as a tiling method, which gives the brushwork this choppy appearance that you can see. This double portrait is one of my early commissions from around 2010. So you could say it took me from 2006 until 2010, 4 years of training 3 days a week, for me to start getting close to a professional standard. This is my first ever full-length portrait, which I did after I moved into my first studio. Something I used to struggle with a lot back in those days was over-modelling. Look at the shoulder and arm in this painting. I used to find large passages like this in the lights really tricky to paint using a tiling method. I would always over-exaggerate the subtle tonal shifts. To overcome my problem with over-modelling, I had to go back to the drawing board, as it were. This next painting from 2012 was completed after I'd reread Harold Speed, in particular his chapters on mass drawing. I realised that as well as massing in the shadows as I'd been taught, it made sense to mass in the lights too. This enabled me to paint subtle refined modelling like this model's skin with much greater ease. During this period, I feel like my work made a bit of a leap in its level of realism. In fact, each of the paintings in this video shows a different stage in my development. They're what I call breakthrough paintings. Ones that I feel are an improvement on anything I've done before. I don't know, you might not agree. They are the best examples out of many hundreds of portraits, a hell of a lot of which were failures, and they represent thousands of hours of painting. And I'm still always learning, searching for ways to become a better painter. One of the ways my work has developed in more recent years has been to dispense with a lot of the underpainting I used to do. Here is one of my starts from around 2013. Back then, I still used to work out a lot of my drawing with a transparent dark before adding more paint. This is a recent demo I did for my students. The problem I used to find working with an underdrawing was that when you started to add the colour, you'd end up covering up all that nice drawing you'd worked on and have to redraw the whole thing again. Nowadays I tend to go straight in with colour and work out the drawing as I go along. This is a study I did of my son with the same method you'll have seen me use if you've watched some of my other YouTube videos. Starting by putting down an overall flesh tone and then painting the features onto it. Finally, here are a couple more recent head studies. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing these paintings and how my work has evolved over the years. Most of all, I hope that seeing the progress I've made has shown you that learning to paint has a lot more to do with practice than it does talent, and that really anyone can get good at painting if they want it enough. Though it does need a lot of work. Painting isn't easy, and it never gets any easier. In fact, I still find it just as frustrating today as I did when I was a beginner. But if it was easy, it wouldn't feel as satisfying as it does when we do make progress. Anyway, I really wish you the best of luck with your painting. Thank you for watching.